money and prize money and the sweep at stake, as well as the stake money for winning the race. And it's Enhancer, Arctic Conditions and Drumgora who are the early leaders as they head up now towards the first flight of hurls, with Street Angel out on the outside with Seema well there. The Food Broker in on the inside, and in there too is Gallant Royal and Eddie Wee and Fred Kateri. Here they come now to the first. And Drumgora over on the far side, but Enhancer fractionally the leader. Seema nodded a little bit on landing there, but as they settle down, it's Enhancer, Drumgora, Arctic Conditions, then Seema, then Street Angel, the Food Broker, Eddie Wee, Fred Kateri, Boarding Prince, and after that comes Gab's Delight, and then Gallant Royal on the inside. Moving up on the outside is Buckhouse, and at the moment 4+ is back at the end of the field. Just ahead of him is Top Pack, and just ahead of Top Pack is Pinch Hitter. Now they're heading to the next flight of hurls. They've now just over a mile and a half to go. Enhancer in on the left is the leader. Arctic Conditions right up there, Seema right up there. Street Angel just behind the leaders on the outside. In along the inside and jumping now, Drumgora, the Food Broker. Gallant Royal still prominent in along the left. They're turning now, and as they turn, it's going to be just over a mile and a quarter to run. And as they stretch around, now it's Enhancer and Arctic Conditions. They are 1-2, and third place is Seema. And then comes Drumgora. After Drumgora comes Eddie Wee. Then Street Angel, the Food Broker, then Buckhouse. After Buckhouse is Boarding Prince, and also Seskin Bridge well there, making some ground on the outside. 4+ is still back at the end of the field, and in fact is last of all. Now they're coming up to the halfway mark with Enhancer in the lead. Arctic Conditions, Seema jumps up into second, and in third place Arctic Conditions, Seskin Bridge going well on the outside. Street Angel improving a little bit and gone up now into battle for the third place. And after that on the outside is Fane Ranger making ground with Buckhouse. Eddie Wee inside behind these, and then the Food Broker still going very well up there, and Fred Kateri just behind the leading group. They've just over 3/4 of a mile to go. Enhancer is the leader. Seema is in second for England. Street Angel is in third. In fourth place and along the inside is the Food Broker. Seskin Bridge on the outside. Then Buckhouse, Fane Ranger making ground. Gallant Royal making ground along the inside. Boring Prince, Fred Kateri, and 4+ is now 4 from the end and really motoring, but has a fair bit of motoring to do, but is doing it. As they race now to the half-mile mark, they have 2 flights of hurls to jump, and it's Enhancer, Street Angel, Seema, the Food Broker, Fred Kateri, Fane Ranger. The whole darn lot of them seem to be in there with a chance at this stage, and you can leave out Drumgora. That one is tailed off. Racing now to the second last, and it's Street Angel in the lead. Fane Ranger on the outside. Pinch Hitter right up behind them too. Fred Kateri is well there. And as they race now into the straight with 2 furlongs to go, 1 flight of hurls to jump, and it's Street Angel in the lead. Fane Ranger is second. Pinch Hitter is next, just in behind. Fred Kateri improving on the inside. And here comes Miller Hill on the outside. Racing down now to the final flight. Miller Hill improving on the outside, but it's Street Angel. Fred Kateri, Pinch Hitter, Fane Ranger, Boring Prince is coming too. Here they're now at the final flight, and Miller Hill jumps in the lead, but Fred Kateri has gone on the inside, racing to the last 200 yards. It's Fred Kateri. He's going to win a double, or is he? Here comes Miller Hill back at him, and as they race to the finish, Fred Kateri's won, Miller Hill is second. In third place is Gallant Royal, Street Angel, then comes Boring Prince, the Food Broker, Pinch Hitter, Fane Ranger comes back there next, and then Gab's Delight, and then Eddie Wee, and then a disappointing 4+ Seskin Bridge, and then comes Buckhouse, Seema, Drumgora, Enhancer, and that's how they finish. There's 1 pulled up, and that is Top Pack. The judge has called for a photo. He did the same thing last year, although there was a grave doubt about what won last year. I don't think there's any doubt about it here, as Tom Taff has become the second jockey to win 2 runnings of the sweep.
Mr. R. Cox from Burnt Oak in Edgware asks, could you please show the race in which the winner was at one stage at least 3 furlongs behind? Well, this is the one we think you mean, Mr. Cox. The horse concerned is Run Over, ridden by the now retired Ridley Lamb. I'm not sure about 3 furlongs, but he was certainly a long way adrift as they turned for home. Now, for those of you who haven't seen this before, you'll hardly believe your eyes. And when I tell you that Run Over is going to win very easily, you're probably wondering about your hearing too. It was quite astonishing. New commentator, John Penny.
They have 2 flights still to go as they run now towards the second last. It's Elgem, the leader, from Faithful Don and Havenwood. Grottle still in with a chance on the far side. So too is Hagen Queen. They're running now towards the second last, and as they do so, it's Elgem, still the fractional leader, from Fit for a King right there in contention. Faithful Don now goes on, and so they're inside the final quarter mile. Brian Riley on Faithful Don now in the lead, being challenged on the far side for Fit for a Queen. Grottle hard, trying to put hard in the chase there as they come now towards the final flight. It's Faithful Don now just holding off the advantage attack, but Run Over has come from absolutely nowhere, has come right up to join them. He really dropped his bit, but Run Over has come an amazing race and now takes up the running, and I've never seen a winner win like this, because he was stone cold last and now he's streaking away to win it, and Run Over is the winner by some 10 lengths from Faithful Don.
Confidence. Borough Hill Lad coming down to the third last in the Gainsborough Chase. Borough Hill Lad, the better jump. Silverbuck under pressure and gets a backhander there and struggling. Borough Hill Lad turning the tap on as he turns into the home straight. 2 to jump. Borough Hill Lad going clear from Silverbuck. 2 out. Borough Hill Lad, a superb jump from Silverbuck second. Royal Judgment might deprive him of second place. There's only 1 horse in the race. There's 1 fence to jump. It's Borough Hill Lad, a long way clear. At the last, jumps down to the fence a little bit, but Borough Hill Lad is a long way clear from Silverbuck, who makes a mistake. And it's Borough Hill Lad getting a well-deserved round of applause. A tremendous reception, in fact. Borough Hill Lad, a long way clear from Royal Judgment. Borough Hill Lad, the winner.
Jonas's pilot Richard Rowe being asked by the others where he's off to.
This looks like it, they're away. And running to the first of the 8 flights, Patrick's Fair in the centre, Janus the Grey over on the far side, a quick break, and on the near side, Hill's Guard, Avondale Princess just in behind them. And it's Patrick's Fair and Janus who jumped the first together with Stand Easy, the sheepskin noseband on the near side, and a faller at the first is Sula Beulah. Sula Beulah has gone at the first. He's up on his feet, the horse, but Tim Easterby yet to rise, and as they pass the winning post on the first circuit, can tell you that Tim Easterby is back on his feet, and Hill's Guard is going on from Patrick's Fair and Run Over and Janus on the inside, and Stand Easy and Cardinal Flower. Then comes Par the Peace on the outside, on the inner a Secret Ballot. Just in behind them comes Jade and Diamond, and then Great Light, and the back markers at the moment are Admiral's Cup, Ridgefield, Cool Decision and Lulaf. And it's Hill's Guard making it. Hill's Guard, the leader, from Run Over, Janus, Patrick's Fair, Avondale Princess and Stand Easy, and just behind them come Path of Peace and Secret Ballot. Then comes Jade and Diamond, and then Buckby on the outside, Whole Shebang on the inner behind Whole Shebang is very promising in the middle of the field as they come to the second, and Run Over landed in the lead there from Hill's Guard, and Janus in third, Cardinal Flower 4. 5 comes Patrick's Fair, then Secret Ballot and Stand Easy and Jayden Diamond, and then comes Buckby behind. Buckby is Path of Peace, the Food Broker on the inside. John Frankham is still one of the back markers on Admiral's Cup, and also one of the back markers is Cool Decision with Ridgefield and Return to Power as they race towards the third flight. And Run Over going up on the outside to take the fractional advantage now from Hill's Guard and Janus, and then Cardinal Flower and Secret Ballot and Patrick's Fair, and very promising. And there are 2 fallers. Path of Peace has gone at that one. Ridgefield has gone at that one also. Path of Peace and Ridgefield, the fallers there. Sula Beulah went at the first, and right over on the far side now, racing towards the 4th of the 8 flights, and Run Over landed in the lead there from Hill's Guard, Janus. The Fruit Brokers made good ground on the inside. Very promising is in close touch. Patrick's Fair also. Secret Ballot's well in touch, and then comes Jayden Diamond, and then Great Light towards the outside. But Run Over with the advantage from Hill's Guard, Janus, Cardinal Flower, then Patrick's Fair, then very promising, making a significant forward move with towards the outside. Cool Decision coming there quite strongly too. Racing towards the 5th, the cross flight this, and Run Over in the lead. Run Over lands in the lead. Cool Decision still coming there strongly on the outside. Buckbeer was brought down at that flight, and Return to Power has gone also. They're racing into the home turn now, and it's run over from Cool Decision. These two, with Hills Guard just in behind them, also making ground, is Very Promising just in behind the leaders. Cardinal Flowers in touch too, and they're racing towards the third last. Run over lands in the lead from Cool Decision. Over on the far side, Hills Guard, Janus under pressure, Cardinal Flower on the near side. Great Light is improving just in behind the leaders. They're coming down to the second last flight now. Hills Guard, Run Over, Secret Ballad, Janus on the near side, Cool Decision with Cardinal Flower. Then comes Great Light just in behind them. They're racing now down towards the final flight in the Schweppes Gold Trophy, and it's Hills Guard and Run Over with still Great Light improving. Then on the far side, Janus coming back into the picture on the near side. Cardinal Flower and Stan's Pride coming there strongly too. At the final flight now, Run Over and Hills Guard are going to jump in together. Run Over on the near side, Hills Guard on the far side. Stan's Pride in third, and then comes Janus. And then on the near side, Jaden Darman putting in a tremendous run, but it's Run Over with the advantage to race up towards the line. Run Over from Stan's Pride second, and Hills Guard third, and at the line, Run Over's won the Schweppes Gold Trophy. Second is Stan's Pride, and third was Hills Guard, and fourth Jaden Darman, then Eastern Line and Janus behind them, Ishka Man, and then Great Light, and then Secret Ballad and Very Promising behind them. Fred Kateri, and behind Fred Kateri was Avondale Princess. And in fact, Admiral's Cup is one of the last to finish. And so the result of the Schweppes Gold Trophy, first, number 8, Run Over, owned by Mr. D.P. Travers Clark, trained by Mrs. Nan Kennedy, and ridden by Patrick Farrell, the 16-to-1 winner. Second was number 15, Stan's Pride, owned by Mrs. M.C. Morgan, trained by Gordon Price, and ridden by Reg Crank. And it's a photo for third place. A photo between Hills Guard and Jaden Darman.
Young Driver 7-2. Tracy Special 5-1. Right-hand Man 6s. Fred Pilliner has come in half a point to 13-2. Sicilian Answer is 8-1. Last Suspect King Baba 10-1. Another Breeze and Hill of Slane 11-1. Daltmore is 25-1. Grey Mate, well, that opened at 33s, is now 66-1. And Master Smudge is now 100-1.
21 fences this time, and they're running towards the first. Master Smudge and Fred Pilliner, right-hand man, and Tracy Special and Last Suspect. And Daltmore, Hill of Slane. And running uphill, Master Smudge on the inside, a right-hand man, and Last Suspect, Fred Pilliner and Tracy Special. Then Daltmore on the inside of Another Breeze. Young Driver's the back marker at the moment, with Sicilian Answer, his Irish compatriot. Upsides, right-hand man lands in the lead there with the Last Suspect. And safely over that one. Coming to the water, right-hand man and Last Suspect. Master Smudge on the inside. Fred Pilliner, Grey Mate, and Tracy Special and Daltmore, and Another Breeze on the outer, and Hill of Slane and Young Driver, King Baba and Sicilian Answer. This is the first of the ditches now. Right-hand man nearest to us, Last Suspect on the far side, Master Smudge and Grey Mate only just in behind him. Another plain one, number 5. Right-hand man, Last Suspect, Grey Mate, Master Smudge, Tracy Special, Daltmore, Sicilian Answer, the back marker. Coming to another ditch now. Right-hand man, Grey Mate, Master Smudge, Tracy Special, and Last Suspect on the outside. Running up to the top of the hill, right-hand man, Last Suspect, and Grey Mate from Tracy's Special. Master Smudge has lost a few places. Sicilian Answer is the back marker. Right-hand man from Grey Mate and Last Suspect, and Tracy's Special. Then Another Breeze on the outside of Fred Pilliner. Right-hand man, Last Suspect, Grey Mate. These three. Nearest to us as they come to the 9th. Right-hand man, Grey Mate, and then on the far side, Last Suspect, Tracy's Special, and Another Breeze are next. Grey Mate, right-hand man. Another breeze gone there. Another breeze faller. Up all right, says the rider. They both look unscathed. Both all right. Grey Mate from right-hand man, last suspect. Tracy's Special. Fred Pilliner. Then comes Dortmore and Hill of Slane. King Baba, Young Driver. Master Smudge and Sicilian Answer. Over the 10th, Grey Mate lands in the lead from right-hand man and Tracy's Special and Fred Pilliner and last suspect and Hill of Slane. Dortmore, King Baba, Young Driver, Sicilian Answer, and finally Master Smudge, who's really lost a lot of ground now. Grey Mate lands in the lead here from last suspect. Sorry about that huskiness. Then on the inside, right-hand man. Then comes Tracy's Special and Fred Pilliner and Hill of Slane, and behind them Dortmore, King Baba, Young Driver, and Sicilian Answer, and finally Master Smudge. Grey Mate and right-hand man, not a lot between the two. Last suspect on the outside, Tracy's Special, Fred Pilliner, Hill of Slane, Dortmore, King Baba, Young Driver, Sicilian Answer. Coming down to the 12th. Grey Mate and right-hand man, last suspect. Hill of Slane well up there, also Fred Pilliner. Dortmore also, Sicilian Answer making progress on the inside. Young Driver making progress on the outer, coming down to the water now. Last suspect on the outside. On the inside, right-hand man. Between horses, Grey Mate as they come down to another ditch. Right-hand man, Grey Mate. Last suspect, Fred Pilliner. And Sicilian went there. 7 left to jump. Grey Mate and right-hand man. And Master Smudge is hopelessly tailed off. Sicilian Answer all right, and his rider walking away from that ditch, and right-hand man is in the lead now from Tracy's Special and Grey Mate. This is 6 from home. Hill of Slane is getting closer, and Young Driver making progress all the time on the inside. Last suspect has lost a lot of ground as they come to the fence at the top of the hill. 5 from home. Right-hand man is in the lead from Tracy's Special. Young Driver on the inner, Tommy Carmody. Then comes Hill of Slane. Then Grey Mate. And then Fred Pilliner, and behind him King Baba, and then Dortmore as they run downhill towards the 4th from home in the Ritz Club National Hunt Handicap Chase. Right-hand man lands in the lead from Tracy's Special. Young Driver still making ground. Then comes Hill of Slane. Then Fred Pilliner trying to get back, and Grey Mate also trying to get back into the picture as they come down towards the 3rd last. Right-hand man being pressed by Tracy's Special and Young Driver. Right-hand man landed in the lead there from Tracy's Special and Young Driver in 3rd. Then comes Hill of Slane 4, Fred Pilliner 5, and Grey Mate 6 as they race round the home turn now with 2 fences left to jump in this Ritz Club Handicap Chase. Just 2 to jump now, and it's right-hand man over on the far side. Tracy's Special on the near side. Young Driver back in 3rd as they come down towards the 2nd last. Right-hand man and Tracy's Special. Tracy's Special with a marginal advantage here, lands just in the lead from right-hand man on the far side. Young Driver still trying to get in the picture over on the far side. Tracy's Special on the near side. Right-hand man on the far side. Very little between the two on the near side. Tracy's on the far side. Right-hand man. Tracy's landed marginally in the lead as they race into the closing stages. Tracy's Special on the near side. Right-hand man on the far side. Young Driver still trying to get on terms with him as they race up towards the line. Right-hand man on the far side. Tracy's Special on the near side. And as they come to the line, Tracy's Special on the near side just wins it possibly from right-hand man. The judge may call a photo here. Tracy's Special on the near side. Right-hand man on the far side. 3rd was Young Driver. And the judges called it. Tracy's Special the winner. Right-hand man 2nd. And Young Driver 3rd. 4th was number 13, Hill of Slane. Christensen and Road to Mandalay not far behind. And Canio coming to join the leaders as well. Papa's Buskins now with a marginal advantage from a riderless horse. Papa's Buskins landed in the lead there from Manta. Then making ground is Simbad towards the far side. Christensen not far behind him. At the 2nd last now, Papa's Buskins, Simbad, Canio. Simbad landed in the lead there. Moss Moran trying to get back at him on the inside. Racing now towards the home turn. Canio coming there strongly. And as they come down to the final flight, it's Canio on the near side, Mossmoran on the far side. Canio lands in the lead. Pappas Buskins makes a bad mistake there, racing into the closing stages. And Canio racing up towards the line in great style. Canio looks as though he's going to hold him. Christensen coming there to challenge him, but settling down in the early stages, the Brockshire Western Rose with the old man Artifice between horses, and quite a little gap then to Ragafan and Sea Merchant and Rathgorman, and their Artifice landed in the lead. Artifice, last year's winner, with the 1981 winner Western Rose on his inside, the far side as we see them at the moment. Then the Brockshire for Ireland, jumping it in 4th and 5th. Ragafan and Sea Merchant, and just in behind them Little Bay, and finally Rathgorman as they come down to the next. Artifice lands in the lead from Western Rose and the Brockshire. And now the fence before the water. The water, the only obstacle which is on the Grand National course that they take in this race over the Malmö course. Artifice from Western Rose and the Brockshire and Sea Merchant. And then comes Ragafan and Little Bay, and finally Rathgorman. So coming down to the water, number 5 of the 12 fences is in this Captain Morgan's Aintree Chase. Artifice lands in the lead from Western Rose, the Brockshire, Ragafan and Sea Merchant together, and then comes Little Bay and John Frankham, and finally Rathgorman and Sooty White. Sooty White has competed in this race twice previously, and he was saying just beforehand, in the weighing room, that he's yet to get round. So Artifice, the old man of the party, 13 years old, leads them over the far side, going a real good gallop from Western Rose. Then comes Ragafan on the outside of the Brockshire. Ragafan and young Patrick Farrell riding this course for the first time in his life. On the inside, Artifice, on the far side, Western Rose. They land in unison from Ragafan, Freddie Starr's horse, then the Brockshire, Little Bay making ground on the inside, then Sea Merchant, and finally Rathgorman. Another plain fence now. Western Rose and Artifice, stride for stride, from Ragafan and the Brockshire and Little Bay and Sea Merchant, and Rathgorman. Sea Merchant, a mistake there. Coming to a ditch now. Number 8, the last over on the far side. Artifice on the inner as we see them. Western Rose on the far side. Then came Ragafan, made a slight mistake there. Little Bay's getting closer in 4th. Sea Merchant's in 5th. The Brockshire is losing ground in 6th, and 7th is Rathgorman. They've got a long run now towards the next fence. A long run towards the 4th from home. This will be a plain one. And then the final ditch, and it's Artifice, last year's winner. From Western Rose, the 81 winner, Little Bay, the 82 winner, moving into 3rd now, just in behind them. So 3 previous winners at the moment, fighting out this opener on Grand National Day as they come down to the final ditch. Western Rose and Artifice, then comes Little Bay in 3rd, then Sea Merchant and Ragafan. Sea Merchant's making ground. Coming down now towards the 2nd last fence, Artifice, Western Rose, then Little Bay, and then Sea Merchant as they come to the 2nd last fence. Western Rose from Artifice, Little Bay's in 3rd, and John Frankham improving on the inside towards the left of the picture, towards the near side. As they come to the final fence now. Little Bay coming to challenge Western Rose, looks as though he's going to land in the lead. Little Bay lands in the lead from Western Rose 2nd, Artifice 3rd. 3 previous winners fighting it out now as Little Bay strides away as they race towards the line from Western Rose and Artifice. It's Little Bay and John Frankham deputising for injured John Joe O'Neill, coming up to the line to win the Captain Morgan's Aintree Chase. Little Bay is the winner. 2nd is Western Rose. 3rd is Artifice. They're the 1, 2, 3. Then came Rathgorman and Sea Merchant, and finally Ragafan. And that's it. They're under starters' orders, and they're off. And running down towards the 1st, and Hillop's Lane, one of the first to show in the centre. Gridar on the inside, chased by Corbière. Imperial Black is right up there with them, but it's Gridar on the near side, with also well up there Drunken Duck in the centre of the course. Right over the far side, running fast, is Midday Gun, with also Burnt Oak. Burnt Oak on the far side, and on the near side Gridar. Corbière's just in behind Gridar. They're racing down towards the 1st. Imperial Black in the centre, and we join John Hmer.
Burnt Oak on the wide outside from Midday Gun, who's jumped it successfully this year. A bad mistake by Roman General, but I can't see a faller at the first as they jump the second. It's Burnt Oak from Golden Tricks, then Midnight Gun, then Bush Guide, then Earth Stopper, Two Swallows, Spartan Missile, then comes Ashley House, and I haven't seen a faller at the second either, and Burnt Oak and Golden Tricks. Golden Tricks the first to go. Golden Tricks has fallen, and a very bad mistake by Beach King, but I can't see any other faller at the third fence as they jump the fourth. Burnt Oak out clear from Earthstopper, Spartan Missile, Two Swallows, and over to Julian Wilson.
Yes, Burnt Oak is clear from Earthstopper. Two Swallows on the far side with Midday Gun, and the ones on the far side are clear as they come to the fifth, and Burnt Oak jumps it clear from Earthstopper second, then Two Swallows and Midday Gun, and Ashley House is in a prominent position, and they're all over that one as they run down towards Beecher's Brook with Burnt Oak and Peter Scudamore in a clear lead. Burnt Oak comes to Beecher's, 10 lengths clear, and flies over it. Earthstopper over in second, then Two Swallows, Midday Gun, then Spartan Missile, and Midnight Love is a faller. Midnight Love is a faller, and Clonturton's a faller. 3-1 is a faller, and Hazy Dawn is a faller as they run down towards the canal turn now, having negotiated the seventh fence with no casualties, and Burnt Oak is still well clear from Grease Paint, now disputing second with Earthstopper. Then is Two Swallow and Gritter on the inside as they jump the canal turn, and the leaders all over the canal turn, and Burnt Oak well clear. And in second place, disputing it, is Grease Paint and Earthstopper, then Gritter, then Two Swallows and Imperial Black and Yaman and Corbier, Spartan Missile and Tacroy as we rejoin John Hmer.
And over the 10th, Burnt Oak is over well clear of Earthstopper and Grease Paint a mistake, Gritter a mistake, but he's all right. And as they go to the next open ditch, the 11th fence, Burnt Oak still well clear of Earthstopper, Two Swallows, Grease Paint, then Imperial Black just in behind them, Corbier's there, and Gritter as well there, and Silent Valley. And as they go to the 12th, it's Burnt Oak still clear, doesn't jump that very well. Earthstopper is second, then Grease Paint, Spartan Missile, Two Swallows, Tacroy, then Gritter, Imperial Black, Corbier, Silent Valley, Canford Ginger, Your Man, Ashley House, then Broomy Bank, Midday Gun, and then Ellie Oggerty and Lucky Vane, and then comes Points Pass, but as they head towards the 13th fence, over to Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, and it's Burnt Oak still a long way clear of Earthstopper and Grease Paint, then the grey Two Swallows on the inside, then comes Spartan Missile, then Tacroy. Behind Tacroy is Gritter, then comes Silent Valley, and then comes last year's winner Corbier just in behind the leaders with Your Man chasing him. Coming down now towards the next fence, and it's Burnt Oak still a long way clear of Earthstopper and Grease Paint and Spartan Missile and Tacroy and Two Swallows and Gritter, who's on the inside. He's being followed by Corbier. Coming down now towards the fence that'll be the last on the next circuit, and Burnt Oak still with a commanding advantage from Earthstopper, Grease Paint, Two Swallows, Imperial Black not far behind the leaders. On the inside is Gritter being chased by Corbier. Now they're coming to the chair, one of the most daunting in the race. This is fence number 15, the chair, and it's still Burnt Oak clear of Grease Paint in second, Earthstopper is third, then Gritter on the far side and Two Swallows. Burnt Oak lands well in the lead from in second place, and a faller there, and another captain has gone there, and also another faller there is the Irish horse, is Carl's Wager has gone there, and there was Burnt Oak who cleared the water in the lead. From in second place, Earthstopper. Then comes in third place Grease Paint, 4 Tacroy, 5 on the inside is Gritter, 6 on the outside comes Spartan Missile, then Corbier and Two Swallows. Behind them Ellie Oggerty, behind Ellie Oggerty is Broomy Bank, on the outside of Broomy Bank is Imperial Black, behind Imperial Black is Lucky Vane, then Canford Ginger, then Your Man, behind Your Man. And joining them now on the far side is Silent Valley, with also up there Ashley House, and they're racing across the Melling Road now, with going up in the centre of the course Earthstopper, on the inside Gritter, on the outside is Grease Paint, and over to John Hmer.
And Burnt Oak still there on the wide outside too, and Earthstopper's up with him, so it's Grease Paint and Tackroy and Points Pass and Spartan Missile. Then Lucky Vane and Corbiere tracking the leaders towards the inner over the 18th. Earthstopper, Grease Paint, Burnt Oak, Tackroy. Then Eliogarty, then Two Swallows and Grittar and Lucky Vane as they come to the big ditch. And Grease Paint just about takes the lead, but Earthstopper jumps it better. And a faller at that one was Kumbai, and another faller would be Fortune Seeker as they jump the next, and it's Earthstopper in the lead, then Spartan Missile, Grittar, close up as we join Julian Wilson.
Yes, Grease Paint in the centre of the course, Earthstopper under the stand rails with Grittar. Two Swallows towards the centre as they jump the next one, and Eliogarty is right up with them on the far side as well. Lucky Vane made a slight mistake at that one, but they were all over it, and running down to Beaches for the second time. Now the leaders are very closely bunched, with Two Swallows, Eliogarty towards the outside, Grease Paint towards the inside as they jump Beaches. Eliogarty over, Grease Paint makes a mistake, Earthstopper's over in second, then Two Swallows, Hello Dandy, Grittar's well there in the inside. Imperial Black was the faller at Beaches as they jumped the 23rd fence with Earthstopper in the lead from Grease Paint and Eliogarty. Behind that comes Grittar and Two Swallows, then Corbiere, then Hello Dandy, then Broomy Bank and Lucky Vane and Fettered Friend as they come to the canal turn where Valerie Order and Bush Guide fell the first time round. But this time it's Grease Paint and Earthstopper. Eliogarty's third, Grittar is fourth, then the great Two Swallows. Behind those is Hello Dandy, then Corbiere and Lucky Vane, then Broomy Bank and Fettered Friend as they jump Valentine's. Grease Paint over, a length clear from Earthstopper in second. Eliogarty weakening now. Hello Dandy goes into third. In fifth is Grittar. Sixth is Corbiere, then Two Swallows and Lucky Vane as we rejoin John Hmer.
A mistake there by Earthstopper, who was in second place, and it's Grease Paint out in front. Then Hello Dandy, Eliogarty and Earthstopper and Lucky Vane and Two Swallows. Last ditch four from home, and Hello Dandy's gone right up to Grease Paint. Then in third place Earthstopper, 4 Eliogarty, 5 Lucky Vane, 6 Two Swallows, 7 Corbiere as they go to the third last. And it's Grease Paint from Hello Dandy. Then in third place Earthstopper, 4 Eliogarty, 5 is Two Swallows. Silent Valley's been pulled up. Your man's well behind, but as they go across the Melling Road, it's Hello Dandy going up to join Grease Paint, then Earthstopper third, Lucky Vane 4, and over to Peter O'Sullivan.
And it's still Grease Paint, last year's second in the lead from Hello Dandy, last year's fourth. Then comes Earthstopper with quite a long gap behind him. Is Lucky Vane. Behind Lucky Vane is last year's winner Corbiere making good progress. Eliogarty's just behind him, and then the grey Two Swallows, and then comes Fethard Friend, and then behind him is Grittar. As they come down to the second last fence in the National, it's Hello Dandy on the far side as we see them. On the near side is Grease Paint. There's little between the two, Grease Paint and the Sheepskin Noseband. Hello Dandy lands in the lead though. Earthstopper is third, and it's Hello Dandy in the lead as they come to the final fence in the 1984 National from Grease Paint. Earthstopper is third, Corbiere's now fourth, then comes Lucky Vane over the last fence. Hello Dandy lands in the lead from Grease Paint. Behind them come Earthstopper and then Corbiere, and then comes Lucky Vane racing towards the elbow now with just over a furlong to run in the National, and it's Hello Dandy being challenged again by Grease Paint. Hello Dandy is wandering off a true line. Grease Paint sticking to the far rail as they come to the furlong pole. It's Grease Paint on the far side, Hello Dandy on the near side. Corbiere's trying to get on terms with them, but it's Grease Paint on the far side, Hello Dandy on the near side. There's nothing between them as they come to the line. Hello Dandy on the near side is just going to win it. Hello Dandy is one, and Grease Paint is second, and third is Corbiere, fourth Lucky Vane, and 5 Earthstopper. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then came Two Swallows, and behind him Fethard Friend and Brummy Bank and Givago de Nervi for France. Then Grittar and Hillis Lane and Tackroy, and behind them came Beach King and W again, and Eliogarty and Spartan Missile and your man, and this is the winner, Hello Dandy.
Another gap to Wiggy Geo. You can forget the rest. They've got 3 to jump. And on the outside, it's Androma and Mark Dwyer. Mark, who was injured on a freak accident yesterday here when being unsaddled for the first, leads the Scottish National as they come down with the challenge coming from Why Forget. Androma and Why Forget. Androma pecked on landing from Why Forget and Ray Cleric. Wiggy Geo made a bad mistake. 2 to jump, and it's Why Forget on the outside of Androma. Little to choose between the two. Androma and Why Forget. Mark Dwyer and Ridley Lamb from Rick Cleric in third. Bob Jobb is 4. Right-hand man stays on to be 5th. They've got 1 to jump, and it's Androma and Mark Dwyer in the lead. Androma in the lead from Why Forget in second place. Androma jumps it well. Androma in the lead from Why Forget in second. Bob Jobb is third. Androma's going to hold on. Really rallied close home though by Why Forget, but Androma's going to win it at the line. Androma is the winner. Androma the winner. Why Forget in a photo for second place with a fast finishing Bob Jobb. Then drops a brandy mate just have got 4 ahead of Red Cleric. A big gap down to right-hand man, and the rest include Wiggy Geo, then Carl's Wager, who never got into the race. Then Hope of Oak and Another Breeze, and then came Father Delaney and Williamson and Hill of Slane. Silent Valley has been...
Jumps ahead of Lantern Lodge. These two together now, and then alongside them is Bentham Boy, and after these Fraser Tully. The Elliot trying to get into it too, as they turn now towards the third last fence. 3 fences to jump. And over it in front, Bantam Boy. Bantam Boy in front in second place. Along the inside is Lantern Lodge, and these two from Doubtful Venture, Sicilian Answer and Gala Song making ground behind the leaders. Now they race in the straight to the second last fence. And Lantern Lodge, but Lantern Lodge is gone. Lantern Lodge is a 4er there and has knocked down Gala Song. Doubtful Ventures a 4er there, and that leaves Bentham Boy. Bentham Boy up front from the Rooney stable, and this is history. A lady rider. Over she comes over in front. Sicilian Answer is second. The crowd are muted here. Dawson Prince, the winning rider's sister, is in third, but the silence is deafening here as Bentham Boy goes by. Bentham Boy goes by the winner and has won by a good 15-20 lengths from Sicilian Answer. Dawson Prince is next, then Daring Run. After that comes Fraser Tully, Max Friendly, Carradine Shara. Then comes Tom Miller, Beach King, Ellie Ogerty from Largan, Grafton Fashions, Felicity's Pet, Smart Side, Richardstown, and the last to finish is Fortune Seeker. Well, I don't think I've ever heard such silence, if you guess what I mean, as the horses pass the post. Bantam Boy, who was ridden and so well ridden by Miss Ann Ferris, drew away as they turned into the straight. The crowd scratched their heads and wondered what was happening.
Ashley House is the early leader with Special Cargo and Plundering. And up on the very wide outside of the field comes Ocean Cruise as they come to the first of the 24, and about 6 in the line. They're all safely over the first, including Donegal Prince, who made a slight mistake and gets a reminder early on. But it's Special Cargo in the lead. From Polar Express in second place, and then on the inside comes Diamond Edge, and then on the outer Plundering. The leaders skip over the second, and they're all safely over the second. After the leading 4 comes Skegby, Kudos, and then on the inside comes 14ers Express, followed by Integration. And so the order as they pass the post is that Polar Express in his moment of glory in the lead in the Whitbread, from Special Cargo in second and Plundering third, and then Diamond Edge 4 and Skegby close up 5, and then up on the outside of these comes Donegal Prince, on the inner Ashley House and 14ers Express and Kudos, and towards the rear Ocean Cruise, also towards the rear Letok Integration, and just last is Sointella Boy as they race away from us and head towards the third, with Polar Express leading from Special Cargo in second and Diamond Edge just in third place on the inside of him. These are followed by Plundering, and then Ashley House and Donegal Prince and Skegby in Integration, and Kudos and 14ers Express. Very closely grouped indeed as they come down towards the third. On the left of the picture, Diamond Edge, just headed by his stable companion, and there the faller was Donegal Prince. Donegal Prince on the deck at the third. The horse is perfectly okay. I think John Southern is just about to get up. They swing into the back straight, and here Special Cargo going on from Diamond Edge, then Polar Express and Plundering, and Ashley House and Skegby, then Kudos and 14ers Express and Integration, the leaders as they skip over that. A gap then to Letok, and with Letok towards the rear is Sointella Boy over the next, and there Diamond Edge led. Diamond Edge in the lead from Special Cargo and Plundering. Then comes Polar Express as they skip over the next plain fence. Integration, the last horse in the picture, and he is some 6 to 8 clear of Sointella Boy, Letok and Ocean Cruise, who's the back marker last of all. Go towards the water jump for the first time. And here it's Polar Express in the lead. Polar Express from Diamond Edge on the inside, Special Cargo third, Ashley House 4, Skegby 5, Plundering on the outside is 6, and then comes Kudos 7, and 14 is Express 8, Integration is 9. Lettock is 10th, 11th is Sointella Boy, 12th and last jumping slowly out to the left and beginning to tail off Ocean Cruise. Go to the second of the railway fences, these three very close up together, and it's Diamond Edge on the inside of Polar Express. At the 10th, leaders safely over, and it's still Diamond Edge in the lead from Polar Express in second, and Ashley House third, and Skegby, I should say, is fourth, and then comes behind the Special Cargo and Plundering. They begin the sweep into the home straight for the first time and come towards the 11th. And as they do so, it's still Polar Express on the outside of Diamond Edge. Little to choose between these two. Then comes Special Cargo, and Ashley House makes a little bit of ground up on the outside, and up on the outer of him is Plundering at the pond fence for the first time. This is the 11th of the 24, at which Diamond Edge led, and again Ocean Cruise jumped out a little to the left, but is certainly closer than he was when they were racing down the back straight. Come towards the 12th, and Diamond Edge towards the left of the two leaders, touches down just in the lead from Polar Express. Then comes Skegby and Special Cargo and Ashley House and Plundering and Integration and 14 Express and Kudos and Sointella Boy and Lettock. And last is Ocean Cruise as they jump the 12th. And they're over that. Again, Ocean Cruise jumping badly out to the left. But the order as they pass the stands with Polar Express in the lead and John Oaksey, Diamond Edge going well at this stage.
Yes, he's going marvellously, Graham. So is the Queen Mother's Special Cargo, and tucked in close behind them are Ashley House and Plundering. You can see Ashley House there towards the outside, and Plundering is only about 5th or 6th. The unlucky horse of the race so far has been Lettock, who was badly balked at this downhill fence first time when Donegal Prince fell, or stopped Lettock in his tracks. But Diamond Edge really running a most marvellous race. I hope he's not taking too much out of himself by being up there early, but I don't think he necessarily is. This is how he very often used to run his races, and so far, touch wood, most of his jumping has been pretty good. He takes the occasional chance, but knows how to get away with it. Special Cargo, no, Plundering now. Ashley House has now moved up to share the lead with Diamond Edge. Plundering close behind them, and Special Cargo close behind that, and Lettock's not far away. So battle is nearly joined between the Winter and the Dickinson forces. It's all to play for.
But it's Diamond Edge, trained by Falk Warren, in the lead from Ashley House second, Plundering is third. Then Special Cargo and 14 Express and Lettock getting much, much closer. Then Skegby, then Integration, Kudos, and Polar Express has had his moment of glory, weakening and beginning to trail. Diamond Edge in the lead. From in second place Ashley House, and then Plundering third, and Special Cargo 4, and 14 Express 5, and Lettock 6. Skegby is 7th, and Integration 8th, and these clear from Kudos 9th, and the race with all to play for as they skip over the water jump, at which Diamond Edge led. Diamond Edge from Ashley House. There comes 14 Express and Special Cargo, Plundering under pressure but getting a little bit closer. Now in third place. Ashley House on the outside of Diamond Edge as they go to the next. Diamond Edge the better jump from Ashley House in second place, and then comes Plundering in third. Go to the 5th from home, and it's Diamond Edge on the inside of Ashley House. Diamond Edge from Ashley House and Plundering and 14 Express and Lettock getting ever closer now in 5th place. Diamond Edge on the inside of Ashley House and Plundering and 14 Express and Lettock now in 4th place. They begin the sweep out of the back straight. They've got just 3 more fences to jump, and it's Diamond Edge and Bill Smith in the lead from Plundering in second place. Ashley House is third. Plundering moves up on the outside of Diamond Edge. Lettock getting closer. Ashley House getting closer. 14 Express is not done with. Kudos is staying on. Special Cargo is under pressure. Skegby is trying to get closer. They've still got 3 more fences to jump. And it's Plundering now with up on the outside Lettock. Lettock and Plundering from Ashley House and Diamond Edge and 14 Express. 3 out and Lettock now. Lettock in the lead for Michael Dickinson from in second place Plundering. 2 more to jump, but it's Lettock going on from Plundering. Diamond Edge in third place, but he came from this place when he won a couple of years ago. However, Lettock has the advantage from Plundering. 2 out, Lettock, Plundering, Diamond Edge from Ashley House, who made a mistake. Special Cargo is rallying on the inside. They've got 1 to jump in the Whitbread, and there's nothing to choose between Plundering and Lettock. Very little to choose between the two. Plundering on the near side, Lettock on the far side. At the last, they took it together, landed together with Diamond Edge racing in between these horses again. It's Plundering, Lettock, Diamond Edge rallying, Special Cargo coming with a run, and Diamond Edge is coming through. Diamond Edge just coming through to Shane Lettock. Special Cargo finishing well, a 3-way photo with the Whitbread. What a fantastic finish, Diamond Edge, Special Cargo and Lettock. These 3 Mooney, the Swede in a photo, and Kevin Mooney thinks that he's won on Special Cargo, giving a victory salute. These are clear from Skegby and Kudos, and behind these came 14ers Express and Ashley House and Sointella Boy. Integration has pulled up, and it's a three-way photo for the outcome of the Whitbread Gold Cup between number 10 Special Cargo there, Kevin Mooney, shaking Bill Smith's hand. Special Cargo, who rallied most gamely on the far side, and well, you wouldn't like to say that he hasn't won. Also in that photograph, though, it's his stable companion Diamond Edge, ridden by Bill Smith, and also in that photograph is number 14 Letoch, ridden by Robert Earnshaw. You'd have to travel 1,000,000 miles to see a better
jump this time in the 25th running of the Mackerson, and they're running, and Foggy Boy and Acarine are the first to show as they race towards the first. Foggy Boy, the far side of Acarine. Then comes the old man, King or Country, who jumps it third, just ahead of Maori Venture. They're all safely over that. Voice of Progress comes next, and the next fence comes very quickly. And it's Acarine on the inside of Foggy Boy. Then King or Country and Maori Venture and Voice of Progress. Then Donegal Prince and Half Free. Bashful Lad is the back marker. And Acarine is making it as they come towards the third from Foggy Boy. Then quite a gap to King or Country. King or Country jumps its third, just ahead of Half Free and Maori Venture. Voice of Progress on the inside. Then Travel Owen, Donegal Prince, Cathy's Lad, and finally Bashful Lad. And my goodness, these two have opened up a gap. Long run towards the fourth. Foggy Boy and Acarine, these two a long way ahead of the favourite. Half Free has now gone third, just ahead of King and Country. And then Maori Venture and Donegal Prince, they're going a real good clip as they come down towards the fourth. Foggy Boy lands in the lead from Acarine. Then Half Free and King and Country, and then Cathy's Lad and Maori Venture and Donegal Prince. And behind them Travel Owen over the fifth, Foggy Boy from Acarine, and these two still a long way clear of Half Free, King or Country. And then Cathy's Lad and Travel Owen and Maori Venture. Donegal Prince lost a little bit of ground there. Going, as I say, a real good clip as they come down towards the sixth fence. Sixth of the 15 in all. Foggy Boy in the lead from Acarine. Foggy Boy about 2 lengths up on Acarine. Jumps it clear. Acarine jumps it second. Then Half Free and Cathy's Lad, and then Travel Owen, and behind them King or Country, and then Voice of Progress and Maori Venture and Bashful Lad and Donegal Prince. Coming to fence number 7. Slightly uphill, this one. Foggy Boy from Acarine. Half Free in third. Fourth is Cathy's Lad. Then Travel Owen and King or Country and Voice of Progress and Maori Venture and Bashful Lad and Donegal Prince getting a reminder there, last. So Foggy Boy, still from Acarine as they run downhill. Half Free, Travel Owen and Cathy's Lad come next. Coming to the 8th now, the next will be the water. Foggy Boy lands in the lead from Acarine, who jumps it second. Half Free jumps it third with Cathy's Lad upside, and then comes Travel Owen. Then King or Country on the outside of Voice of Progress, making a little bit of progress on the inside, Voice of Progress. And then coming to the water now, Foggy Boy. Foggy Boy lands in the leads, quite well clear of Acarine, then Half Free in third, Cathy's Lad on the outside in fourth, then Travel Owen 5, King or Country 6 and 7, Voice of Progress on the inside, then Bashful Lad and Maori Venture. This is the first ditch, and Foggy Boy lands in the lead from Acarine. Then Half Free, King or Country on the outside, Cathy's Lad between horses, Travel Owen is next, and then Voice of Progress, then Bashful Lad and Maori Venture and Donegal Prince, and come down to fence number 11, Foggy Boy. Lands clear of Acarine in second, King or Country on the outside of Cathy's Lad, Half Free on the inside. Voice of Progress lost a bit of ground there. Racing now towards the final ditch, 4 from home. Foggy Boy in the lead from Acarine. Half Free has gone third. 4 is King or Country. 5 Cathy's Lad and 6 Travel Owen making a little bit of progress. All leaders safely over that ditch. Voice of Progress didn't jump it too well. Racing uphill, Foggy Boy in the lead. From Acarine in second. Third is Half Free. Fourth is Travel Owen now, and a very close fifth on the outside, King or Country. Then comes Cathy's Lad, and behind them Voice of Progress. Running downhill now with 3 left to jump in the 25th running of the Mackerson, and Acarine has gone clear. Acarine has gone clear of Foggy Boy, half free making progress. Then comes King or Country on the outside, then Travel Owen, then Voice of Progress making significant ground now as they come down to this fence, and Acarine jumps it clear of half free on the inside. A follow there, Travel Owen. Travel Owen has gone there, and King or Country has been brought down. Coming to the second last now, and Acarine is clear of Voice of Progress and half free, and then comes Cathy's Lad. Acarine jumps it clear of half free in second, Voice of Progress third. Racing round the home turn now with just 1 fence left to jump. Donegal Prince is a faller, and half free is coming to challenge Acarine now. It's half free on the far side, Acarine on the near side, Voice of Progress getting back in the picture. Richard Lindley trying to win his second successive Merson Gold Cup, and half free is going to jump into the lead on the far side. Acarine on the near side, just inches between them. Half free on the far side under 11 stone 10, and Acarine on the near side. Half free on the far side, Acarine on the near side. Half free and Acarine as they race into the closing stages. Half free is just getting the upper hand as they race towards the line. Who's going to win it? Half free is Ballet Acarine is second, and Voice of Progress third. That's the 1, 2, 3. Fourth was Cathy's Lad, and then came Bashful Lad, then Mari Ventura, and finally Foggy Boy. And so the result of the racing towards the home turn. Kyoto from Ragafan and Little Bay, just 2 fences left to jump. Kyoto and Steve Smith-Eccles bidding for a double. Ragafan on his outside, and John Frankham still getting closer on the enigmatic Little Bay as they come down to the second last fence. Kyoto lands in the lead from Ragafan. Little Bay jumps it third, and it's Kyoto now. Ragafan under pressure, and Little Bay will be the challenger now to Kyoto as they come down to the final fence. Kyoto from Little Bay, Kyoto under pressure. Little Bay coming there, cruising on his far side. It'll depend how they jump it. They both jump it well, but Little Bay takes the advantage on the level, and Little Bay, brilliantly ridden by John Frankham, strides away as they race up towards the line to win this very cleverly indeed. Little Bay, the top weight, is the winner. Second is Kyoto. Third is Western Rose, and 4 Ragafan. That's the 1, 2, 3, 4. So John Frankham needing only 2 now to beat Josh Givett's record of the fastest 50. He's now got till November the 10th to ride 2 winners. That's his 48th. So the winner, number 1, Little Bay, owned by Mrs. Stuart Catherwood, trained by Gordon Richards, ridden by John Frankham. Second, number 3, Kyoto, owned by Mr. B.B. Monkhouse, trained by John Jenkins.
So there is the second favourite, Drumlagen, in different colours. You're not used to seeing him in these light colours, but he's now owned by Mrs. Georgina Bronfman, Susan Sangster, and the American bloodstock agent Kerry Fitzpatrick. Well, he fell at Limerick first time out this season. You can see Frank Codd in the saddle there, but I do know that John Frankham had been contacted with a view to the possibility of him riding this horse in this race. Frank had got a bit of flu, but I saw him before racing. He said, sure, it wasn't enough to stop me today if the horse is good enough. So we'll see. Well, Drumlagen won at 20 to 1 last time out. Looks as if it was a bit of a surprise, but he loves the mud. He was third in the Gold Cup, remember, and is slightly better off in the weight. So Drumlagen, not one to be ruled out. There is Everett in the background, little white face. In fact, we'll pick him up. There he comes. That's Everett, being trotted round to keep him warm. Remember, a lot of these jumpers are actually clipped at this time of year in the grey colours, the red hoop, and running for the sponsoring firm of the Hennessy's, and this one running in the colours of Killian Hennessy. Stuart Shilston in the saddle, and how close would he have gone last year if he hadn't fallen 2 out? Well, nobody knows, but perhaps he'll tell us today. I think the ground might be a little bit too soft, and he's a 6 to 1 shot at the moment. That's Phil the Fluter, number 12, but he looks out of it. But there's 10. 14 is Express, that's fancied. Winner of his only 3. Kevin Jones rides him, and what bad luck for Ridley Lamb, who's been pounding up the beaches at sea houses to lose weight. Had flu last weekend and now concussion yesterday. Kevin Jones gets the ride, and this one will come late. 14 is Express, 14 to 1 shot. There's Canny Danny in the stripes, the big black chaser. and he wants it soft, but he's only had one run and a very hard horse to get fit for one run under his belt, trained by Jimmy Fitzgerald, who's already had one setback today with Forgive and Forget getting beaten up at Ayr. Peter Scudamore in the saddle, 13-2 shot at the moment. He stays and he jumps. This one's mother actually was seen in shafts when it was younger. Gay Chance next to us. They're under orders for the Hennessy. Let's join Peter.
And they're running. Gay Chance, the first to show from Phil the Fluter and Drumlog, and then Everett on the inside, Kenny Danny, Tracy Special and Cumbie as they come to the first. First of the 21 fences. Gay Chance lands in the lead, and they're all safely over the first. Now racing towards the first ditch. Gay Chance with Kenny Danny on the inside, then Phil the Fluter and Everett and Tracy Special and Drumlogan and Cumbie, and behind them Earl's Brig. Then comes Barrow Hill Lad and Lucky Vane, Suntilla Boy, and the back markers at the moment are Cobley Express and Fortina's Express. Coming to the third. Gay Chance, Kenny Danny and Phil the Fluter. Phil the Fluter landed just in the lead from Kenny Danny on the inside, and Cumbie going up to join Gay Chance with Drumlargan there. Very close, Earl's Brig and Tracy Special and Everett close behind him as they jump the fourth, and then Barrow Hill Lad. Behind these come Lucky Vane and Suntilla Boy and Fortina's Express and Cobley Express as they come to the next. This will be the fifth. Gay Chance and Kenny Danny, with between these two, Phil the Fluter. Right up with them is Cumbie. Then comes Everett, Barrow Hill Lad on the inside, Earl's Brig and Drumlargan on the far side, Tracy Special in behind them with Suntilla Boy next, and then Lucky Vane as they race towards the cross fence. Number 6, Gay Chance in the lead from Kenny Danny and Phil the Fluter together, and then Everett, and then Cumbie, and then Drumlargan. Then comes Earl's Brig. Then Barrow Hill Lad and Tracy Special and Fortina's Express, Cobley Express, Suntilla Boy as they swing for home on the first circuit. Lucky Vane just the back marker. Coming towards the seventh now. It's a ditch after this. Gay Chance nearest to us. Kenny Danny on the far side. Phil the Fluter between horses. Gay Chance to the near side. Over on the far side, the sheepskin nose band Kenny Danny. Between horses, Phil the Fluter. Cumbie was just in behind them. Barrow Hill Lad's right over on the far rail. Everett's close to the lead, and then comes Earl's Brig and Drumlargan, and then Tracy Special. Second ditch this. Gay Chance from Kenny Danny, and Earl's Brig a faller there. Earl's Brig has gone. He's continuing riderless. Peter Craggs has yet to get to his feet. Coming to the ninth. He's up on his feet, Peter Craggs. Kenny Danny there from Phil the Fluter. Everett, Gay Chance. Then Cumbie, Tracy Special and Drumlargan and Barrow Hill Lad. A gap then to Fortina's Express and Lucky Vane. Suntilla Boy, and then comes Cobley's Express over the 10th. Kenny Danny, Phil the Fluter, Gay Chance, Cumbie and Everett, and then Drumlargan, then Tracy Special, and then Barrow Hill Lad, then Fortina's Express. Coming to the water now. Number 11 of the 21 fences in all. Kenny Danny loses a little bit of ground just before the water, hampered by the loose horse there, but goes on again on the inside, Kenny Danny, from Phil the Fluter and Gay Chance, little between these three. Then comes Cumbie on the inside of Everett, with Tracy Special on the outer. Just in behind them, Barrow Hill Lad and Drumlargan, and then Fortina's Express. And then a gap to Lucky Vane, Suntilla Boy, and finally Cobley Express. So over the far side for another complete circuit now in the 1984 Hennessy Gold Cup. Coming towards the 12th, Phil the Fluter from Kenny Danny and Gay Chance. Then comes Everett and Cumbie. Then Tracy Special, a good jump by Barrow Hill Lad on the inside. Then Drumlargan and Fortina's Express going quite strongly in behind them. The third of the four ditches now, Phil the Fluter from Gay Chance, Kenny Danny and Cumbie and Everett, and another good jump by Barrow Hill Lad on the inside. Then comes Tracy Special and Drumlargan and Fortina's Express. Coming to the 14th now. Cobley Express has pulled up. Phil the Fluter jumped it in the lead from Kenny Danny and Cumbie and Everett, and then Barrow Hill Lad on the inside. And Gay Chance right up there with the lead now. at the 15th. Phil the Fluter from Gay Chance. A mistake there by Borough Hill Lad, the top weight. Phil the Fluter from Gay Chance, Kenny Danny. Then comes Cumbie, then Everett. 6 from home this. Then Borough Hill Lad, then Tracy's Special Drum, Largan and 14ers Express. So racing now with 5 left to jump towards the cross fence, and as they do so, it's Phil the Fluter in the lead, Kenny Danny on the inside, Gay Chance right up there on the far side, Cumbie still in contention, so is Everett just in behind him, and then Borough Hill Lad and Tracy's Special making very good progress, Drum Largan making heavy weather of it, and then comes 14ers Express as they come to the cross fence now. Gay Chance on the outside of Phil the Fluter, then comes Cumbie, Tracy's Special and Kenny Danny. Phil the Fluter from Gay Chance there, Cumbie in third, Tracy Special still making ground. Then comes Kenny Danny. Behind Kenny Danny is Borough Hill Lad, and then Everett, then Drum Largan and 14ers Express making ground. Racing now into the home straight with 4 left to jump now, coming to a plain one. Phil the Fluter over on the far side, Kenny Danny, the sheepskin nose band in the center, Borough Hill Lad trying to sneak up on the far rail, Gay Chance well there. Tracy's Special, then comes Everett just in behind him, and as they jump this one, Gay Chance on the near side. Gay Chance with the margin advantage now from Tracy's Special, and over on the far side Phil the Fluter, and still trying to come there Borough Hill Lad. This is the final ditch. Gay Chance and Kenny Danny jump it together. Over on the far side, Borough Hill Lad still making significant progress. It's Kenny Danny now on the near side as Gay Chance loses ground quickly. Kenny Danny on the near side, Borough Hill Lad on the far side. Borough Hill Lad lands in the lead. Borough Hill Lad in the lead now from Kenny Danny, Gay Chance, as they race now towards the final fence in the Hennessy, and it's the top weight Borough Hill Lad and John Frankham from Kenny Danny. This is the final fence now. Borough Hill Lad clear. He jumps it clear and jumps it well. Kenny Danny jumps it second and Gay Chance jumps it third. Racing into the closing stages, and it's Borough Hill Lad putting up a tremendous performance here to become the 5th successive favourite to win the Hennessy Gold Cup as he strides up towards the line. Borough Hill Lad is the winner. Second is Kenny Danny. It's going to be close for third, with Gay Chance just holding on to third place ahead of 14ers Express, who was fourth, and then came Lucky Vane and Cumbie in a photo for 5th, and behind them came Everett, and then behind him Phil the Fluter, the long-time leader, and then Tracy's Special. And so a great performance by the Gold Cup winner, Borough Hill Lad, the first to compete in the Hennessy, the first Gold Cup winner to compete in the Hennessy since 1971, when the winner of the Gold Cup on that occasion, Lescargo, finished 6th. But Borough Hill Lad has won the 1984 Hennessy and the 28th running at 130. An amazing sequence for the favourites. The result: first, number 1, Borough Hill Lad, owned by Mr. Stan Riley, trained by Mrs. Jenny Pittman and ridden by John Frankham. Second, number 5, Kenny Danny, owned by Mr. Petrie Norton, trained by Jimmy Fitzgerald and ridden by Peter Scudamore. Third, number 4, Gay Chance, owned by Mrs. M. Curtis, trained by Mrs. Mercy Rymel and ridden by Sam Moorehead. Fourth was number 10, 14ers Express.
Doesn't want to hit the front too soon. Don't forget Farbridge, the leader into the last. Farbridge from Little Bay on the left, Farbridge on the right. Nothing's going to come from behind these two. It's Little Bay, but Farbridge is challenging. John Frankham going for a little bit more. There's more in the locker, but Farbridge is fighting back. John Frankham and Brian Riley, and again Farbridge outpoints him. Farbridge the winner.
And they're running. And very closely grouped up front, with Acarine just the first to show, from Oyster Pond and Bow Ranger and Classified and Carved Opal, and Bishop's Bow and Cathy's Lad and Broken Speech and W again, and the Tsarevich the back marker as they race towards the second. Oyster Pond in the lead from Bow Ranger and Acarine, and all safely over the second. Oyster Pond, whose rider is putting up 2-pound overweight, Graham McCourt. That's the only overweight in the race. They all jumped the third safely, with W again now the back marker, and Oyster Pond the leader from Bow Ranger and Acarine, and Carved Opal in fourth. Then comes Cathy's Lad and Broken Speech, and Tsarevich making ground on the outside. Classified and Bishop's Bow and W again. Oyster Pond going a pretty good clip from Bow Ranger in second and Acarine third.
Then Cathy's Lad has gone 4 and Carved Opal 5. Coming to the next. The 4th, Oyster Pond, jumps it in the lead. And another plain one. Oyster Pond, Bow Ranger, Acarine, Carved Opal, the Zarovich. Over on the far rail, Cathy's Lad being followed by Classified. As they come down to the fence, that'll be the second last on the next circuit, with Oyster Pond clear. Over the 6th, Oyster Pond clear of Bow Ranger, Carved Opal, and Acarine, and the Zarovich. Then Broken Speech and Cathy's Lad with Between Horses, Bishop's Bow. And over the next, Oyster Pond clear over the 7th from Bow Ranger, Carved Opal, and Acarine, and the Zarovich and Cathy's Lad and Broken Speech and Bishop's Bow and Classified, and finally W again. And still going a very good gallop in this 3rd running of the Kennedy Construction Gold Cup, which was established in 1963 and first run as the Massey Ferguson. Running down to the 8th, and the bottom weight has faded quite swiftly into 3rd, or 2nd rather, as Bow Ranger takes it up on the outside, ridden by young John Hurst, with John Frankham on his outside on Carved Opal, Oyster Pond on the inner as they jump the water for the only time. Bow Ranger, Oyster Pond, and Carved Opal, and Acarine. Just in behind them, the Zarovich. And this is the first of the 2 ditches. Bow Ranger landed in the lead from on the inside. Carved on the inside, Oyster Pond, on the outside, Carved Opal, then Acarine Between Horses. As they come to the 11th, Bow Ranger lands in the lead from Oyster Pond, Acarine, and then Carved Opal towards the outside. Then Zarovich and Classified and Cathy's Lad. And Bishop's Bow making ground, then Broken Speech, the final ditch. Bow Ranger landed clear in the lead from in 2nd place, Oyster Pond. Carved Opal towards the outside. Classified making good ground on the inner. Acarine still there, so is Bishop's Bow, and then the Zarovich. That's 5 out, and then Cathy's Lad. Broken Speech has got a lot to do, and W again is virtually out of it as they run downhill now. And it's Bow Ranger well clear of Carved Opal, who's moved into 2nd. As they come to the fence at the top of the hill, 4 from home. Bow Ranger landed in the lead. Carved Opal was 2nd. Then comes Bishop's Bow. Then on the inside, Oyster Pond. Carved Opal under pressure from John Frankham, and Bow Ranger clear, 3 out. Bow Ranger from Carved Opal. Bow Ranger lands in the lead. Carved Opal a faller. Carved Opal a faller at that one, and it's Bow Ranger clear now of Bishop's Bow in 2nd. Oyster Pond is fading, and Classified has moved into 3rd, and Cathy's Lad's improving also. Round the home turn with 2 flights left to jump now, 2 fences left to jump in the Kennedy Construction Gold Cup, and it's Bow Ranger being pressed all the time by Classified, and on the far side, Bishop's Bow, on the near side, Cathy's Lad. Bow Ranger from Cathy's Lad and Classified racing to the final fence now, and it's still Bow Ranger and young John Hurst in the lead now, with Classified the challenger on the far side. Cathy's Lad is close. Bow Ranger jumps it well. It's Bow Ranger on the near side, Classified on the far side. Cathy's Lad is 3rd, but Bow Ranger striding away as they race up towards the line. Classified still trying to put in a challenge, but Bow Ranger holding him all the line, and as they come to the line, Bow Ranger wins it from Classified. 2nd, and 3rd is Cathy's Lad, 4 Acarine fast finishing, and behind them was Bishop's Bow and Zarovich, and then the long-time leader Oyster Pond, and finally Broken Speech. And so the result of the Kennedy Construction Gold Cup, and as I call it to you, I'm looking down the course to see if John Frankham is on his feet after that fall with Carved Opal. First, number 11, Bow Ranger, owned by White Brothers Limited of Taunton, trained by John Thorne and ridden by John Hurst, the 8-to-1 winner. Second was number 3, Classified, owned by Mr. G.A. Rogers, trained by Nicky Henderson, ridden by Steve Smith-Eccles. And third was number 5, Cathy's Lad, owned by Mr. J.E. Clayton, trained by Alan Jarvis and ridden by Richard Lindley. Officially, it's a photograph for 4th place. I think we'll find Akareen has got up to be 4th, and certainly John Frank has got up to be Rover bound, Land Rover bound, back to the stands after that fall on the favourite Carved Opal, which we can review as well as the closing stages with Julian Wilson.
Yes, the third last fence was what it was all about, because Bow Ranger was in the lead, made just about his only mistake of the race, but got away with it. But of course, Carved Opal, who was in 2nd place and still going well, didn't. Look for the white face of Bow Ranger as he comes to the fence, jumps away to the right, screws badly, but his rider picks him up. His nose is on the ground there, and it's a brilliant recovery. But whether John Frankham and Carved Opal went into his heels, or whether he was just put off by the horse making the mistake in front of him, Carved Opal is down, paid the penalty. That was the end of his chance. That left the race wide open, because there's Bishop Bow in the inside with a good chance, Classified on the heels of the leaders, and John Hurst, who took it up soon after halfway, goes for his whip now and looked anxious. And Bishop's Bow going on the inside looked to have every chance of winning. And Steve Smith-Eccles and the third horse there, Classified, he hadn't asked for a maximum effort. But coming round here, Bow Ranger, the bottom weight, his rider, who's ridden 5 winners this season, they've all been on this horse, has him back on the bridle again, and he comes into this one running away again and jumps it brilliantly. Cathy's Lad moved into 2nd place there and had a terrific chance. He made up a great deal of ground at the top of the hill, and here he had every chance. And here Classified comes back into the race again. But at the last, Bow Ranger again meets it absolutely spot on. For a moment, Steve Smith-Eccles on the far side on Classified looked as though he had a chance, but look at the way that Bow Ranger's bounded away up the hill. He's really stuck his toe up, put his head down and galloped away for a famous success, the biggest success in the career of his young rider John Hurst, who was so confident beforehand. Second was Classified, and third Cathy's Lad.
And officially 4th, following the photograph, was number 7, Akareen. And so this unbeaten partnership this season returned to the winner's circle after the 3rd running of the Kennedy Construction Gold Cup. 4 times previously they've been united, Bow Ranger and John Hurst, and 4 times they've won. So this, the nap hand, and as Julian said, this horse constitutes every winning success of his young rider this season. John Thorne on the left there, and the winning distance is 4 lengths, with 4 lengths separating 2nd and 3rd. What a great triumph. He invariably has made mistakes in lesser company, this horse, the son of Beau Chapeau out of San Martin, but he certainly didn't do a lot wrong today. He couldn't afford to in this company, and he's a very, very worthy winner of the 19th running of this celebrated handicap. The full starting price is as follows.
First number 11, Bow Ranger.
One of the 2 youngsters in the race, only a 6-year-old, coming to the final fence in this very magical Sunseeker Handicap Chase, a long way clear of his nearest pursuer, which is Ballymalan, followed by Run to Me and then Silver Cliff. So this is the final fence now for Cybrandian. A long way clear, has just got to jump it. Cybrandian doesn't jump it all that brilliantly, but gets away from it. Well, Alan Brown looks over his left shoulder, sees nothing but loose horses around him as Run to Me jumps it 2nd and Ballymalan 3rd and Silver Cliff 4. Racing into the closing stages, and Cybrandian, the very comfortable scorer, a double scorer for Peter Easterby, passes the post. The very clear winner indeed. Run to Me is going to be 2nd and Ballymalan 3rd. Run to Me is 2nd, Ballymalan 3rd. 4th is Bold Yeoman. So the 1, 2, 3, 4. First, number 9, Cybrandian, owned by Mr. Whitbread, trained by Peter Easterby and ridden by Alan Brown. Second was number 15, Run to Me, owned by Mr. Richard Mitchell, trained by him and ridden by Brendan Powell. And third was number 13, Ballymalan.
Scott Lane, then Wayward Lad, then On a Promise, the 12th. A Kinsman, Imperial Black, Scott Lane, Wayward Lad, close up in 4th, On a Promise just finding the pace a bit hot, the 13th. where a Kinsman didn't jump it particularly well, safely enough. Imperial Black, Scott Lane going well on the inside. Wayward Lad now switch to the outside as they go to the 5th from home. 3 in the air together, closely followed by Wayward Lad. On a Promise losing touch, going to the last ditch. 4 from home. Scott Lane, Imperial Black, a Kinsman and Wayward Lad 4 out. And Imperial Black under pressure but responds. Scott Lane in 2nd, a Kinsman back in 3rd, Wayward Lad 4th. 3 to jump. Imperial Black from a Kinsman. Then Scott Lane now back in 3rd, Wayward Lad in 4th. Wayward Lad goes 3rd on the home turn, and they've got 3 to jump, and Wayward Lad comes on the grandstand side. 3 out. And there Wayward Lad jumped up alongside a Kinsman with Imperial Black on the inner. Scott Lane back in 4, On a Promise 5. Wayward Lad goes clear, and they've got 2 to jump. Wayward Lad quickly going clear from a Kinsman. 2 out. Wayward Lad jumps it well, 6 clear from a Kinsman. Then comes Scott Lane and Imperial Black under pressure. 1 to jump, and Wayward Lad still 6 lengths clear. 2 furlongs left to race. 1 more plain fence to jump in this Edward Hmer Memorial Chase, which the favourite Wayward Lad negotiates safely. A Kinsman is 2nd, Scott Lane 3rd, then Imperial Black 4, On a Promise 5, and with a furlong to race, it's the top weight, Wayward Lad, 8 clear from a Kinsman, with Scott Lane staying on for 3rd, well inside the final half furlong, Wayward Lad well clear from a Kinsman.
First, number 1. Second, number 2. Third, number 5. First, number 1, Wayward Lad. Second, number 2, a Kinsman. And the third horse, number 5, Imperial Black. Fourth, number 3, Scott Lane.
This is the second last. The last 2 are both plain fences. Hardy Lad now on terms. They took off and landed absolutely together. Hardy Lad on the near side. Peter Sandy on the far. And Geordie Dunn the first to go for his stick as Hardy Lad takes it up now. Coming to this, the 24th and final fence. And it's Hardy Lad, the favourite, to win this one. Comes to it in front. Jumps a little across his rival. But lands in front from Peter Sandy. And on the run in, Peter Sandy being switched to come and challenge again. On the outside, and Peter Sandy gamely running on. Could this be his first win for 2 seasons? Peter Sandy takes it up. Peter Sandy, owned and trained by Helen Hamilton. This is going to win it. Peter Sandy, it is up the line. Peter Sandy wins the Ladbroke Trophy from Hardy Lad, a very gallant second.
Kenny Danny 6 to 4, Rich D 4 to 1. Tom's Little Al and Duke of Milan 6 to 1. Fortina's Express and Greenwood Lad 10s, and Bashful Lad has gone from 33 to 1 down to 25 to 1.
20 fences to be jumped this time, and they're running to the first of them with Tom's Little Al, the early leader, from Duke of Milan, and Rich D and Kenny Danny at the first. Tom's Little Al lands in the lead from Duke of Milan, a beautiful jump up on the inside there by the Duke. Then come Kenny Danny and Rich D, and behind them Bashful Lad, Greenwood Lad and Fortina's Express. Duke of Milan on the inside of Tom's Little Al as they run down towards the next plain fence. Duke of Milan lands in the lead from Tom's Little Al, Rich D and Kenny Danny, and then Greenwood Lad and Bashful Lad, and finally Fortina's Express are now racing towards the first of the ditches. Fence number 3, Duke of Milan on the inside of Tom's Little Al. Tom's Little Al with the advantage as they jump it. Kenny Danny and Rich D upsides followed them, and then Greenwood Lad, Bashful Lad and Fortina's Express as the leaders run down to the water. Tom's Little Al in the lead from Duke of Milan. Then Rich D and Kenny Danny, and Greenwood Lad and Bashful Lad and Fortina's Express. Tom's Little Al, his rider claims the 7-pound Alan Jones. Already with a commanding advantage over Duke of Milan, who's about 5 lengths up on Rich D, who's followed by Kenny Danny. As the leader comes to the next, Tom's Little Al over the 5th, well clear of Duke of Milan 2nd, Rich D 3rd, and Kenny Danny 4, 5 is Greenwood Lad, 6 and 7 Bashful Lad and Fortina's Express.
over the 6th. Tom's Little Owl, Duke of Milan, Rich D, Canny Danny, Greenwood Lad, 14ers Express and Bashful Lad. Coming to the 2nd of the ditches now. Tom's Little Owl, Greenwood Lad, Rich D, Canny Danny, Greenwood Lad, 14ers Express and Bashful Lad, now the back marker. Fence number 8 of 20 fences in all. Tom's Little Owl, Duke of Milan, Rich D, Canny Danny, Greenwood Lad. Behind him, 14ers Express and then Bashful Lad. And the leader, Tom's Little Owl, entering the straight on the first circuit in this 16th running of the SGB Handicap Chase. The rain's still heavy here at Ascot as they come to the 9th fence. Tom's Little Owl from Duke of Milan and Rich D and Canny Danny and Greenwood Lad getting closer. Slight mistake by Bashful Lad in rear. Number 10 of the 20 fences. Tom's Little Owl, Greenwood Lad, Canny Danny, Rich D, 14ers Express and Greenwood Lad, and then Bashful Lad. So passing the winning post on the first circuit, it's Tom's Little Owl leading Duke of Milan, Rich D, 14ers Express on the far side, Canny Danny, Greenwood Lad, and Bashful Lad.
No change in the order. Tom's Little Owl is practically all the running, followed by Duke of Milan.
Swinging right-handed, about to pass under the mile-and-a-half from home point, with Tom's Little Owl the leader from Duke of Milan, 14ers Express, Rich D, the top weight, being followed by Canny Danny, and Greenwood Lad and Bashful Lad. The rain absolutely torrential as they come down to the 11th. Tom's Little Owl from Duke of Milan on the inside, another beautiful jump by the Duke, and then 14ers Express in 3rd, and then Rich D, and then Canny Danny, and then Greenwood Lad, and then Bashful Lad. Number 12, another plain one. Duke of Milan, Tom's Little Owl, 14ers Express, Rich D, Canny Danny, Greenwood Lad, and Bashful Lad. Now the 3rd of the 4 ditches, fence number 13. Duke of Milan, 14ers Express going right up there to join him. Tom's Little Owl, Canny Danny, Rich D, Greenwood Lad, and finally Bashful Lad. The water now for the last time, and 14ers Express, very unusual to see him in such a prominent position at this stage of a race, usually held up, but he's gone to the front. 14ers Express from Duke of Milan on the inside. Then Canny Danny improving well towards the outer. Rich D. Then Tom's Little Owl losing ground, and Greenwood Lad getting closer, and Bashful Lad looks as though he's virtually out of it. 6 left to jump now. 14ers Express from Duke of Milan on the inside of Canny Danny, then Greenwood Lad, and then Rich D, and behind Rich D, Tom's Little Owl. Number 15, 14ers Express lands in the lead from Canny Danny. Then Greenwood Lad on the far side. And Rich D on the inside of Duke of Milan. 5 from home. 14ers Express in the lead from Canny Danny, who jumps at 2nd. Then comes Greenwood Lad, racing towards the final ditch now. 4 from home. 14ers Express from Canny Danny. Then Greenwood Lad. Then Duke of Milan and Rich D. 14ers Express jumps it a length clear at least from Canny Danny, then Greenwood Lad, then Duke of Milan and Rich D. So racing round the home turn, and it's 14ers Express and Ridley Lamb with the advantage over Canny Danny in 2nd, Greenwood Lad in 3rd, as they come down to the 2nd last fence in the SGB Handicap Chase. 14ers Express from Canny Danny under pressure, then Greenwood Lad towards the stand side. 14ers Express lands in the lead from Canny Danny, then Greenwood Lad coming to the final fence now, and Canny Danny coming to tackle 14ers Express as they come to the last and to take it up. Canny Danny the favourite now with the advantage over 14ers Express. Greenwood Lad is 3rd. Canny Danny 2 lengths up on 14ers Express at the final fence. Canny Danny jumps it from 14ers Express 2nd, Greenwood Lad 3rd, and racing into the closing stages, it's Canny Danny going away now from 14ers Express with Greenwood Lad 3rd, and as they race to the line, Canny Danny wins the SGB Handicap Chase. 2nd is 14ers Express. 3rd will be Greenwood Lad. 4th, Tom's Little Owl. 5, 6 and 7 are Rich D, Bashful Lad, and Duke of Milan. So the result, first, number 2, Canny Danny, owned by Mr. Petrie Norton, the 6-4 favourite, trained by Jimmy Fitzgerald and ridden by Mark Dwyer. Second was number 5, Fortina's Express, owned by Mr. Peter Pillar, trained by Arthur Stevenson, ridden by Ridley Lamb. And third, number 6, Greenwood Lad, owned by Mrs. Tony Grantham, trained by Josh Gifford and ridden by Richard Rowe. Fourth was number 3, Tom's Little Owl. 22 fences to be jumped this time in the 9th running under Coral sponsorship of this Welsh National. Heiko over on the far side, the early leader from Bridge Ash and Midday Gun. Right-hand man towards the outside is Knock Hill. They swing left-handed here. Heiko from Bridge Ash and Triska. Then on the inside, Midday Gun, Northern Bay, Knock Hill, Right-hand man and P.T. Sandy, the 1981 winner, and quite a long run to the first of the 22 fences. With Heiko taking him along, a Midday Gun on the inside of Bridge Ash, in comes Triska, Northern Bay and Knock Hill, then Androma and Right-hand man and Cobley Express, then Planet Man, Polvier, Little Polvier, the back marker at the moment, and they're all safely over the first. Their kinsman didn't jump it too quickly in rear. First ditch, Heiko lands in the lead from Midday Gun. A very good jump by him. They're all safely over it, but P.T. Sandy wasn't very fluent at it, and he's dropped back last. And all safely over the third. Racing towards the water now for the first time with Heiko in the lead from Bridge Ash and Triska and Midday Gun. Then comes Knock Hill and Right-hand man and Northern Bay on the inside, and then Planet Man and Honor Promise, and behind Honor Promise is Androma, and behind Androma is Cumbie. Then Cobley Express as they jump the 5th. Heiko landed in the lead from Triska on the outside. P.T. Sandy, the 81 winner, well in rear at the moment. Heiko towards the right of the picture as they jump the 6th from Triska. Midday Gun just in behind him. That was Little Polvier you saw jumping the fence last. Now a long run towards the home turn on the first circuit, with the runners right out in the gloom in this deteriorating visibility at Chepstow. But Heiko still the leader from Triska. Bridge Ash comes next, just in behind him, Midday Gun on the inside, and then Knock Hill, and Northern Bay is still well there, just in behind the leaders, and Right-hand man also. Another plain fence this time, the first in the straight, number 7 of the 22 fences in all. Triska towards the left, Heiko towards the right. Very little between them. Knock Hill is right up there behind them. And Right-hand man as they come to the second of the 4 ditches. Heiko from Triska. Right-hand man towards the stand side with Knock Hill very close to. Coming to the 9th. Heiko, Planet Man in between he and Triska. Then comes Knock Hill and Right-hand man and Midday Gun on the far side, and Bridge Ash, and behind Bridge Ash is Northern Bay. Androma not far behind the leaders. As they run down to the fence, they'll be the last on the next circuit. Planet Man lands in the lead from Heiko on the far side, then Triska, then Right-hand man, and then Knock Hill, and behind Knock Hill, Midday Gun. Then Hardy Lad and Northern Bay and Honor Promise and Androma and Bridge Ash, and behind Bridge Ash is Cumbie. Behind Cumbie is Tackroy, and Little Peaver is the back marker, Little Polvier rather is the back marker. And Planet Man, one of the 2 Monica Dickinson runners, and This one of the 3 trained by women, and women have won this race in the last 3 years. Planet Man from Trisco has been right up there from the outset. Heiko now back in 3rd. Then Knockhill and Right Hand Man together, being tracked by Midday Gun. Just towards the outside of Midday Gun is Androma, the Scottish National winner, then Hardy Lad and Northern Bay and Cumbian on a promise, and Bridge Ash getting a reminder. A Kinsman getting a little bit closer. Tackroy on the inside. Little Polvier is still the back marker, coming to the 12th. Planet Man in the lead from Trisco and Heiko in 3rd. Then Midday Gun and Right Hand Man and Hardy Lad, and behind them come Northern Bay, and then Androma, then Cumby, then a Kinsman still making ground over the 3rd ditch. Planet Man landed in the lead there. Behind Planet Man, Trisco still. Then Right Hand Man as they jump the 14th, and Hardy Lad and Heiko on the inner, and Midday Gun. And they're all still standing as they come to the water for the last time. Trisco on the outside of Planet Man, Heiko, Right Hand Man next. And then comes Knockhill, then Southern Bay. Then Hardy Lad making ground. And so is a Kinsman. So 6 left to jump now, and right out in the murk at Chepstow here. Planet Man lands in the lead from Heiko. Slight mistake there by Hardy Lad. Trisco right up in 3rd. Then comes Right Hand Man in 4th, with very close to him Knockhill. Then Midday Gun. A Kinsman is still making ground, and a long run now to the 5th from home, and still quite closely grouped up front. Planet Man from Trisco, then Right Hand Man and Knockhill. A Kinsman still making a little bit of ground as they race down towards the 5th last. Coming to the 5th last, Planet Man over on the far side from Trisco on the near side. Planet Man lands in the lead from Trisco. Then Right Hand Man, Heiko over on the far side. Planet Man with the advantage from Trisco. Right Hand Man on the near side. Planet Man, oh, Planet Man very nearly gone there. Has he gone? Trisco's taken the advantage anyway as they come down to the 3rd last. And it's Trisco with the challenger now, Right Hand Man. Lucky Vane is improving well too. Trisco lands in the lead from Right Hand Man. Racing now towards the last, and it's Right Hand Man on the near side. At the 2nd last, Right Hand Man from Trisco. Right Hand Man, Tackroy coming there quite strongly. A Kinsman is a faller there, and it's Right Hand Man with the advantage as they come towards the last. Right Hand Man lands in the lead from over on the far side, Hardy Lad, and Lucky Vane in 3rd as he was last year, and racing up towards the line. Right Hand Man racing up towards the line, that it's Right Hand Man going to win it from Lucky Vane in 2nd, and Planet Man 3rd, and Tackroy 4. That's the result. Right Hand Man, Lucky Vane, Planet Man and Tackroy. The 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Coral Welsh National. First, so it's been won for the 4th time in succession by a woman trainer. The winner, number 2, Right Hand Man, owned by Mrs. M.M. Haggis, trained by Mrs. Monica Dickinson and ridden by Graham Bradley. 2nd was number 3, Lucky Vane, owned by Miss Bridget Swire, trained by Toby Balding and ridden by John Burke. And 3rd was number 14, the stable companion of the winner, a remarkable feat by Mrs. Dickinson. 3rd was number 14, Planet Man, owned by Mrs. Jane Lane, trained by Mrs. Monica Dickinson, ridden by Robert Earnshaw, and 4th was number 6, the big outside gamble of the race, Tackroy.